Well, hello, friends. It's Audrey from Odds and Ends, and I am bringing you to Ethel M Chocolates Cactus Garden. Now, you know how much I was disappointed that the Cactus Blossom Park did not have any cactuses. I'm like, well, I want to go see cactuses. And while I do have a membership somewhere else that has cactus gardens, this is free, and you do not need a reservation to walk through here as long as it's not during Christmas time. Christmas time is every single one of these plants is covered in Christmas lights, and the parking is insane, so you have to reserve times to come see it. Now, they have just started on September 1st, or September 2nd, since the 1st was a holiday, starting decorating, wrapping each one of these cactuses with Christmas lights. And I believe the grand opening is like December 1st, but they'll have a soft opening after Thanksgiving. But it takes several months to wrap every single one of these plants in lights, and there are millions of lights. And we were talking to this guy, one of these guys that was wrapping the plants, and he says it takes all of September, all of October, and all of November to get every one of the plants done. And there are just millions. And then they take it down right after, by January, I think January 2nd, they start taking it down and switching it out to Valentine's. So this is also done for Valentine's Day. And then the rest of the year, there's no lights on them for the remaining of the year. There are so many different types of cactuses in here. It is so beautiful. The only negative I see here is it is directly over the airport flight path. At least it was today. I mean, yes, depending on the winds and everything, the flight path differentiates. It wasn't windy today, so I have a feeling that the planes are always overhead. Plus, they have music on in the speakers, and you know how YouTube just does not like us to have music in our videos unless you're paying for it. So I'm going to do a voiceover on this, and I hope you don't mind. But yeah, so beautiful. So many different cactuses. I did check out some of the signs when I saw them, and hopefully you view them in case you're curious. Now, I think we may be going to the other place that has the desert gardens, and I'll take another video there. And I think we may be going there tomorrow, along with the indoor swap meet. Do not know. It's vacation. I am going to do things. I'm not sitting home all week. Gotta get my steps in. Want to get out of the house, do other things other than work and clean the house. I've had enough of that lately. And then when I get home, I can craft. And then at the end of this, stay tuned. I will show you the Ethel M Chocolate Factory. They were not producing anything at the minute, but it's still an interesting walkthrough. And we ended up, their chocolates are pricey, very, very pricey, but we picked up 5 for $20 bars. I'm like, okay, I can do that. Lovely prickly pear here. One of my favorites. I love the little burst of color. Now you have to remember, this is September. We've had a pretty dry monsoon. It's humid. And check out this lava rock. Huge pieces of lava rock. But yeah, not overly watered cactus. Hasn't gotten cold enough to change the colors of this. And it wasn't, I mean, it's a hot summer, but as Vegas summers go, not too terrible. So there isn't a lot of sunburn on these cactuses this year. This is about 5 miles from my house. And here is a ginormous Joshua tree. That Ocatilla's, the one in my yard looks healthier than that one. And if you can see, we have a little desert kitty. All the paths have little names on it. And see, plain, and if it was very loud, but it's directly over the gardens. And if you can hear in the background, my dog is chewing on a bone and not being very conscientious that I am filming a video right now. But it's either that or shut the door and shut the dog out of here. And then we would hear her scratching at the wood door and crying because I locked her out of this room. And she says, "You've already been gone for 2.5 hours, Mom. Do not leave me again." So we will listen to her gnaw on this bone instead. But yes, every single one of these plants is covered in Christmas lights when Christmas comes around. It's insane. I can't even imagine. I think putting them on would be fine. Can you just imagine taking them off? And you don't want to damage the plants at all, but you definitely don't want to hurt yourself. The guy talked to my husband for a little bit while I was filming. And then they have a little meeting area and a stage there and huge vats. Not sure what they're for, but very pretty. And I actually normally only come here during Christmas time, but the older I get, the more I can't stand crowds and people who decide that they can't watch their children and they let them do whatever they want. I have decided that this garden is much prettier in the daytime, where you can enjoy the beauty and without the people. I much prefer it this way, even though it was probably 85 while we walked around here. It was just at 9 when they opened. There's this sign coming up and it says no skateboarding. I'm like, really? It's one of those signs like, is that really necessary? Did someone try to skateboard in here? My husband says, don't look at me. He says, I never skateboarded in here when I lived in this neighborhood. Now, he can't say that for everywhere because he used to skateboard in places where they didn't allow you to. A shin dagger. They are not joking. These things hurt. I have scars on my legs from these cactuses. And these fuzzy ones, if you live in an area that has cottonwood, which cottonwoods are usually more north from here, but the little cotton particles that blow in the air, they get caught in those cactuses. A few more plants and then we'll go in and walk just in front of the windows of the chocolate factory. Right now I'm sitting on the computer desk, well, the crafting desk, and the cat's here attacking my hand. Like, lady, pet me, but don't pet me. Pet me, don't pet me. Try not to get people's face in here so I don't have to ask them for permission to be on the video. But we have cooling tables. And melting tanks. More cooling tables. Demolding station. Packing tables, and then the gift shop. It's a selfie wall, but I decided I did not need to be in this video today. Here's one of the places to pick out individual chocolates when you just want to pick out each one. Very pricey way to go. And those are the 5 bars I picked up. Thanks for watching. It's Audrey from Odds and Ends.